All right, guys. Just give me a second, guys. Listen. Listen, my internet is a detractor tonight. I don't know what's going on, but we're getting a lot of like construction in the area or something. I don't know what's going on. I apologize for that dropping out. It pisses me off. Pfft. Alice, thank you. Let's get back to the list. It's probably going to take until 9 anyways. So, you know, I'll be here until 9 at least, you know. Put me in a bad mood.
Your favorite Aussie is back again. Restart the stream.
Listen, Zombie Shano, thank you, dude. Felix, thank you, dude. So, best narrative, we were talking about that before we died here. Alice, I appreciate you. Zombie Shano has been a legend tonight. Thank you for that, man. I don't know what happened to my internet now. It's died twice on me. It's pissed me off in the last couple of days. I'm going to have to call them tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm going to murder all of you. So I apologize for my internet. I don't know what's going on with that. Chairberger, what's up? All right, so let's finish off all these lists and stuff. And then we could keep talking about stuff. I had a goal on the last stream to stay until midnight. We didn't hit the goal. However, I'm going to stay until I didn't see what that poll was at. But we still have like an hour and a half at least anyways talking about this stuff. So, you know, I'll be here until 9 p.m. no matter what. If the internet drops out again, just to be clear with you guys, I'm going to smash everything I own. So, thank you, generic white male. 10:30? Well, maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I'll do 9 for sure. That's what I'll do 9. But let's see how this all goes. Because if this internet drops out again, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, so best narrative. We were talking about this before we had left. So, I mean, best narrative is essentially story. Anthony, what's going on? So we're talking about the story, right? Silent Hill 2, everyone knows that story. Did they really do much to the story, would you guys say? What would you guys say? They did a lot to the story? Sheriff Walters, you got a membership already, buddy. Wilson says yes. Let me know in the chat here. Edward says the game, yeah, they're what do you call it? Rigged? They kind of are rigged, right? Hellcat, what's going on? It's so weird to see new people here that weren't on the last stream I was just doing. Vapor says it's the same story, isn't it? They just changed some of the puzzles. So, I mean, look, let's sit back and really discuss this for a second. Because, you know, Silent Hill 2 is a remake. Let me ask you this. Should remakes be allowed onto the Game of the Year show? Like, should they be allowed to be nominated for different categories? What do you guys think? Booch, thank you, dude. All right, so Hellcat says they should. So I'm curious on why you say yes, remakes, but remasters shouldn't. What do you guys think on that? Let's have a real discussion about this right now. Because a remake is a remake of a game that already existed. So a lot of that is going to be something that's existing in the game atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like, we've already seen it. We've already played it. But what do you guys think? Like, let's have a little bit of a two-way here. You know, like, let's get to the people. Why do you think that's okay versus why you don't? Nervous Wreck, what's going on, dude? Doug says three-way. So I'm curious. I'm really curious about that one. Carlson Cameron, thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Doug says he doesn't really know. Remakes from the ground up. And they can have good games better looking. Like Resident Evil 4. That makes the game amazing. But I don't know, like, where you sort of, like, draw the line. Because, like, the original Resident Evil 4 on GameCube is the experience that I had growing up, right? And then all of a sudden there's a remake. And it's a different point of view, which is fine. The camera's in a different spot, I should say. And the layout's a little different. The story's a little different. Both are amazing. But I'm curious on, like, I know it's a tough one. Marine, what do you think?
I get shitty reception in the Oval Office all the time. That's because your administration is to blame for it, Joey.
He's still doing it. He's still doing it. He's still doing it. So, I don't know, man. Silent Hill 2 on this list is a little strange because best narrative, I mean, the story is, I mean, like, how it's questionable because we know the story and you've just added to it or you've subtracted from it. So is it reusing original ideas from another game? It is the same game. So it's like such a weird debate. You know, Black Sheep says it's the same game. So it's like, that's where the controversy starts to take place in the Game Awards this year because, you know, you've got DLC for Game of the Year. You've got remakes for Best Narrative. That's been already out there. So it's strange, man. It's like, I don't know where to take that. Hang on. Nervous Rex says there's not many games. We used to get hundreds of games. Now we get 5 good ones, usually remakes, and then a handful of crap that doesn't qualify. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Like, when you think about what he's saying there, that's another aspect of the gaming industry that's like severely lacking. We used to get so many good games and the best would rise to the top. Nowadays, we are lucky if we get, like he's saying, 5 good games per system per year. And that's like a major problem. But also the major problem would be that all of these games are like 20, 30 million years long. And they're all like begging for your attention. So it's like, okay, like how many of these games can you really play and enjoy without like forcing yourself to keep playing and playing and playing? So when you look at like AA games, that's different, right? AAA games, there's 5 or 6. But when you look into the indie scene and you look into the AA scene, you've got a lot of good games there. So I'm not going to discount those games, right? You want to be able to have balance in what you're playing. I would support indie just as much as you do as AAA. Now, what we're talking about today is AAA games. They're not really, you know, like Metaphor ReFantazio is a AAA game and it's very expensive to make. You know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, super expensive to remake. So when you look at those things, you're like, okay. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay. So yeah, best narrative here. So you got to look at what's on the list, and Metaphor ReFantazio is just like incredible storytelling. But then Rebirth, I hear, is incredible. So what do you guys pick for best narrative? It's a tough one, man. Very weird one. So let's see what they say in the chat.
White House is mine. Duck on my orange sack.
Nightbreaker's lost his mind, man. Suck on my orange sack. Jungle Fever, what's going on? Yeah, everything's great. Everything's good. So what do you guys think for best narrative? I'm waiting here. Metaphor, but not Final Fantasy VII. Joked-in says I want to play
PC games
Metaphor.
cost $80 in the 90s. I was expensive.
Yeah, PC games back in the day. Dogster, what's going on?
I think you need to start taking opioids.
Carlson, why do you say that? I've tried edibles. They don't really work on me. By the way, just so you know, like I keep looking this way, because I'm using my main screen for this, which I didn't have up on the screen, for fuck's sake.
They will make you happy, smiley face.
The screen, when I'm looking over here, I apologize. I didn't switch the screen. The reason I'm looking over here is because I have another monitor on this side that has the chat. So when I'm looking over here, I'm reading chat. I know that it probably looked like I was like looking at something weird, but no, I've tried edibles. They don't really work on me.
Wasn't here for the first stream, whoops. What was your game of the year?
We didn't get to it yet. We did not get to that yet. Fresh Hotline, thank you for being a member for 9 months. I appreciate you. Zombie Shano, thank you, dude. So best game direction is next up on the list, which is tough because like game direction, what does game direction mean? I mean, it's best directed game of the year. That's what it basically means. So why is everyone asking if I'm okay? What is happening? Why is everyone asking that all of a sudden? Do I seem different all of a sudden? You kind of look down. I am literally looking down. Clone me? Oh my God. Now everyone's going to ask if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I read a text from my roommate talking about food, and I'm like, to be honest, I'm pissed about the internet dropping out. Booch just gifted a membership. Thank you very much, dude. So, game direction, Astrobot, Balatro, which I haven't even played. Elden Ring, best, you know, in a DLC. Then we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which probably has amazing art direction in that, or direction in that. And then Metaphor ReFantazio. So it's like...
Do 10 jumping jacks. It will make you feel better.
Listen, I love you. Mad Mav says he misses Murray. Well, of course. I mean, I do, to be honest. If you guys want to know why I'm down sometimes on the last couple of streams, because I just miss Murray. I don't get to see her as much. I mean, I don't think I've talked about that, but, you know, it is what it is. I kind of said that in the streams, like, you know, I don't get to see her as much, so I sort of I'm dealing with that. So, best game direction. That's a tough one, because Metaphor ReFantazio, it took a team of people to make that fucking game. What just happened? Foil Grim just gifted a membership. Thank you. And the Booch just gifted a membership. Thank you very much, man. Technically, that's a train, so... Booch just gifted again? You guys are too much, man. You guys are amazing, man. Oh. Guess who just messaged me? I'm going to say stream says hi. Murray messaged me. She's like, you're streaming on a Monday? And she says, hello, everyone. Yeah, there was an announcement for the Game Awards, so I wanted to cover it on the show, and everyone misses you. And they say that you have nice hair. Yeah, I don't think Murray's going to show up in chat. She works at like 6 a.m., so... Seeing if she says back. Doug, what's going on? Zombie, thank you, dude. She loves that little frog you got her, by the way. She has it in her bedroom. That sounds weird. So let's answer this. Best game direction. What is it? I'm going with Metaphor ReFantazio. There's no way that you can deny that, man. The game is massive in scope. There's so many different characters that deal with each other on screen. And to keep a game interesting where there's so many characters on screen talking to each other is mind-blowing. You know what I mean? It's like, are you serious? You're going to have this many characters interacting and have a cohesive narrative that's not falling apart over hundreds of hours. So, I mean, Astrobot's amazing, but, you know, Elden Ring, story-wise, I would say isn't as strong. Final Fantasy or Metaphor ReFantazio. What do you guys think? Murray says... I'm just going to say goodnight to her. I'll say... Yeah, so some people are saying Metaphor's great, but my vote goes to Rebirth, says Roulette. Roulette, how you doing, man?
DLC Elden Ring as GOTY is criminal. Remakes are fine.
Kyle Denson, thank you, dude. I don't know how to feel about that yet. Like, it's such a weird thing, man. I just don't know how to feel about the remake situation, you know? Like, Roulette, nice to see you, dude. Oh, she's not working. She's probably just relaxing then. She took the day off tomorrow, so that's great for her. Here's the big one, guys. And this is the one where everyone's going to lose their minds. Because there's DLC. There's fucking DLC. Let me get this straight. DLC that has been nominated for Game of the Year. And this is where the controversy starts. I'm looking at the chat. I want to know, how many of you feel like Elden Ring Shadow of the Ash Tree should not be in this category? Let's see how many people feel that way. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to say no right off the bat. Okay, what are you guys saying? That's a no for me, says Bohab. Bell says no. It doesn't look like anyone's saying yes. Wood says that DLC's not a game. Hey, Xander, happy birthday, dude. Let's all give Xander a happy birthday in the chat. Yeah, it's his birthday, man. Happy birthday to Xander Davis. I'm reading the chat here. Not a single person says the DLC should be part of it.
DLC can be bigger. Look at Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Grim. That's a good point, dude. That's a good point. It could be much bigger, but like, it's the game already won Game of the Year. Like, Nervous Rex says we know Black Myth is going to win anyways. Well, we'll see about that. Elden is going to win, unfortunately. How many people in chat think they are?
Unethical that Craig is paywalling to vote in TRGA.
Murray's telling me that she's getting an old fireplace. So she's going to start building the... she's building a book nook. So that's fucking amazing. She gets to read near a fireplace. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that they think Elden Ring will win. And I'm going to say it now. Elden Ring's going to win Game of the Year again.
Congratulations.
You're fired!